So he's got another bye week. He's going to love that.
Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Hawkeyes offense will go to work first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. If you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way, so look.
There he goes. Oh, and what a move. What a juke. And he makes it past the marker. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the paint and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's Ross. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. But I got to get the football offense very lucky to get that football back.
The first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Wolverines offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This up
breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted for the 11th time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hogs on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll pull it on the read. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll run for it. Once through the tackle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! The offense cashing it in on that drive. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Moulton. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Hawkeyes are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes have a whole new backfield without Caleb Johnson, who turned in one of the most prolific rushing seasons in Iowa football history. School record 21 touchdowns. He was this offense a year ago, David.
He was, and if you're an Iowa fan, man, Reese, we've been just clamoring for years. Just give me some offense, like some form of a passing attack. Another new system. Tim Lester comes in as the OC. Interested to see if they can air it out. They can be more fun to watch, and they can score more points.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play action fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job of playing physical by this defense.
They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to start the 2nd quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. Now the lead is down to 11. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives. He's got it on the outside. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Completing Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit, and he's got it at the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 4 over Florida Atlantic. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in the football.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Power football with the run. Fighting off the defender.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Still running at the 35. Breaks free. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Iowa!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you're going to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. They'll move the tight end. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
The attempt is no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He'll keep it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field, and shows you that on that explosive play picking up the first.
This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
Off play action. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on second down. Finds his big tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Now adjusting. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Oh, spins away. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
And it's on the ground. And he was able to get back on top of it. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. He'll pull it on the read.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. He now has 85 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a huge play. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing, even when he's covered.
Honestly, he looked like he was out in front of them and was going to get it when I threw it. He ended up... yeah.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Underwood. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Looking for a crease. It's Moulton. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch down the right side. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Rushes on him. He's going to run it. Fouls through the defense. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. And the Hawkeyes to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you.
Makes the grab on the big throw. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He'll do it himself. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got a man in the middle. He'll come through on third down. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. To the air. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Wolverines! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Alabama has a lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Louisiana Tech. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes. Oh, he's got some space. He smashes his way through again. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. The Wolverines want to move quickly. It's a draw. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Defense putting points on the board. Nice play there by the offense, but still a ton of ground to make up.
Yeah, this one's pretty much over, but put that exclamation point on it. Finish the way you want to finish. Make sure your offense keeps that momentum going. It can build throughout the season.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
He can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. On target to the left. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on first down. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Hit as he throws. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Dotson. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the wall. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
After getting that fumble, if you're on offense here, you've got to be thinking touchdown, right? So after that run play, this is a big 3rd down opportunity to either stay on the field or score a TD. You wouldn't feel very good if you only walk away here with the football.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Banner!
Hand off to the fullback. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Give to the fullback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's a killer, because I'm okay running the same play back-to-back because I believe in that play. But when you get a negative play and now you've backed up, this makes this decision a lot harder.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense. And they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's still a 1-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Arizona.
He'll loft one deep down the left side.
The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Dotson. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players, they've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollock